Today I will have some perspective for learning and teaching output. So, when teaching or learning a second language, when teaching or learning a second language, so it is helpful to integrate multiple perspectives because language is not just about words and rules. It is also about the mind and social interaction. For the first perspective in teaching and learning in second language. First, what is emphasis on? The structure of language itself, like sounds, phonology, word formation, formology, sentence structure, syntax, meaning, semantics, and use pragmatics. Involves understanding how its rules differ from the learner's first language, which is we call it L1. To proceed, highlight contrast between L1 and L2 to avoid confusion, like differences in grammar or pronunciation. For example, English uses subject, verb, object, word order, while second one uses the psychological perspective. So what is emphasis on? The mental processes involved in learning, such as memory, motivation, and cognitive strategies. The key idea is like each learner is unique, with individual cognitive styles and levels of motivation that influence how fast and effectively they learn. So this techniques like repetition, scaffolding, and space practice to help learners retain information. Also, keep learners motivated by setting achievable goals and celebrating progress. And the last one is the social perspective. So, in the social perspective, it is like we we focus on the cultural context. Language learning is not just about grammar. It is about using the language to communicate in real life situations. Being part of a language community helps learners pick up the norms, accents, and idiomatic expressions of the second language. For the teaching tips for the social perspective, from the social perspective, it is like create opportunities for interaction, like group activities or role plays, and etc. So it is like encourage learners to engage with native speakers or authentic materials to experience the language in context. So why integrate this perspective? No single perspective gives the full picture. By combining linguistic, psychological, and social approaches, we address what learners need to know: linguistics, how they learn, psychology, and why language matters in real life, which is the social perspective. This integration leads to more effective and meaningful language learning experiences. So we talk about the perspective, and next one discuss. I'm going to talk about the before that I'm going to talk about the by considering all three perspectives, teachers can design lessons that not only teach the language but also help learners use it confidently in the real world. Let's talk about the according to their second language acquisition book. So here's the thing. It is about understanding how people learn a second language in their minds. How people learn second language in their minds, what motivates them, and how we can teach effectively. So let's dive into it. It is How the mind learns languages. Cook and Singleton talk about how our brain processes language. For example, some people are bilingual, meaning they know two languages, but they might use them in different ways. They also explain the difference between an auto learner, someone learn a new language, and an auto user. Auto user is more like someone who can actually use the language in real life. This helps teachers understand how different learners think and plan lessons that meet their needs. Uh, why motivation matters? Motivation is huge in learning a new language. The authors say there are different types of motivation, like integrative motivation, like wanting to connect with a new culture, and then instrumental motivation, yearning for a specific goal, like getting a job, like we talked about before in the in the different topic. So teachers can make classes more exciting and relevant by understanding what drives their students to learn. For example, using a real-world examples or cultural topics might inspire students more than textbook materials. And then the teaching methods. So what works? The book also looks at teaching methods and their pros and cons. Like old school methods, like the grammar translation method, focus on the translating sentences. On the other hand, the more modern methods, like the communicative approach, encourage. Cook and Singleton remind us that no method is perfect, but mixing the techniques can help create the best experience for students. And then the bridging research and classroom practice. Sorry. For research, here is the challenge. Research on language learning gives great ideas, but teachers often struggle to apply them because of the time, training, or curriculum limits. Cook and Singleton suggest small but powerful steps, like adding group discussions or role plays to make lessons more interactive and engaging. The last one I'm going to talk it is, it is about the big takeaway. The big takeaway in learning a second language isn't just a, so learning a second language isn't just about memorizing rules. It is about the mind, the heart, and how we interact with others. Cook and Singleton show us that combining motivation, cognitive science, and creative teaching can lead to real success for learners. Their work is a great resource for teachers looking to make their lessons more impactful. So that's all from me. Thank you.